Hey everyone! 2020 has certainly been a really difficult year. Personally, it was incredibly challenging. I've managed to achieve things I never could have dreamed of, but I've also faced hardships I never could have expected. This is the first new video I've tried to record since opening up about my recent struggles with depression. At the time of recording, I am still struggling, or perhaps it would be more accurate to say that I am still healing. This year especially, I've been trying to learn and grow and improve as a person. Therefore, for the first time in who knows how long, I've made an honest, sincere New Year's resolution. I don't normally do New Year's resolutions because the time of year doesn't magically make me want to do the things that I didn't want to do before, but since starting the channel, I've wanted to learn and grow as a person so that I'm not a bad role model. I've decided that for 2021, I would like to focus less on what other people do and think. There were several motivations and goals that led to me starting my channel. I wanted to fill a gap in representation, create the type of content that I wish existed in the fandom, and ultimately improve education and visibility. But also I felt disturbed by the way minority issues were being handled in the community. Even before I started making videos, I was not happy with the way things were. This was a primary motivator for me. It wasn't just that I wanted to improve things. I wanted to improve things relative to a reference point. And while it's certainly important to learn from others' mistakes, there isn't any value in worrying about the things that you cannot change. This motivation of mine started off as a crutch but ultimately ended up more of a handicap. It didn't dawn on me until October or November, but what I realize now is that it's not just my content that is different. It is my beliefs, my personality, my experience, and the things that make up who I am and why I am the person that I am. Although the furry fandom is very political, and I am very political, my beliefs are too extreme for the fandom's stereotypical white political spaces. But I am also not a stereotypical person of color, so I don't fit in with those demographics either. Social media has emphasized these problems and made me feel even more alienated. Although platforms like Twitter can be an excellent news source for topics that mainstream broadcasters don't want to discuss, there is also so much hatred and misinformation. Numbers decide the truth. I definitely have no power to change things over there. Honestly, taking a break from social media beyond what I just do for the channel has been incredibly liberating. I've always believed there is no value in worrying about things that you don't have control over, and because I can't change what other people do in the fandom, I'm just not going to worry about it anymore. At least that's my goal anyways. I realize now that I can make a difference here on my channel regardless of what anyone else does. Although I don't fit into any of the current furry cultures, I can carve out my own space here in the fandom. I do want to clarify that this is a matter of framing and attitude. I will still create political content, and I will still point out bad behavior if I feel there's educational value to it. I just don't think my ability to bring good into the world needs to be dependent on anyone else's ability to do harm. My takeaway from this video is that it's not very efficient to suffer because there is suffering in the world, but you can still do what you can to help those you care about. If you're still watching now, even after I announced my first bout of serious depression I've had since I transitioned, even after I had to cancel this year's Christmas special, even after I could no longer create videos in a reasonable time frame, I thank you for supporting my content in what was already a challenging year. I thank everyone who donated towards the surgery. I thank my Patreon subscribers. And I thank my partner Rob, who has remained patient, understanding, and supportive through my depression. It is so difficult for me to find the energy to do even my basic commitments, and my mood continues to fluctuate all the time. I look forward to when I feel normal again, because there's plenty more I need to do. I don't expect 2021 to magically fix all my problems, but I hope I soon recover enough to move on with my life, and I wish you all a happy new year as well.